All I have to say is Maddie Blue Eyes is back, and so is our panel. We just saw you a few minutes ago, and we love you guys so much. We have so much to talk about with this episode, so please stay tuned.
You're tuned in to Afterbuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, everybody. My God, do I love this song, and do I love this show. We are breaking down Legacies Season 1, Episode 4, titled Hope is Not the Goal. We're going to be talking about the return of Matt. He is annoying. I liked him, and now he's annoying again, so there's that. There's a gross, scary spider that's our villain of the week, and our first real death of the season. I am your host, Sam Davidson. Thank you all so much for being here. I have my lovely panel here with me.
What's up, guys? I'm Taylor Gates.
What's up, guys? It's Alexis.
And, guys, Alexis is in the live chat. You guys are on fire. I mean, you switched over from chat to chat. You're freaking awesome. Overall thoughts, I'm just going to say, this episode got me. I will always be on board for a Julie Plec show, let's be real. But I felt they were talking to me because I wanted some violence. I wanted some death and some vampire feeding and compulsion. And I got it. So what did you guys think?
Yeah, it was funny because in Dana's extremely gory death, I was watching with Sam, she was like, "Ugh," and I was like, "You asked for this! You literally asked for this week after week." But I agree, it was like, I mean, I'm into the gore, into the, more morbid stuff, but I liked this one too. I thought the setup of them going to Mystic Falls High, I'm always into, like, them having to try to fit in with, like, the rest of society, which I think is a lot of fun.
I do too.
I have to agree with the gory, and then I also liked how the kids, they all kind of work together in this episode. I like the coming togetherness. I want to see more of that, so I was here for this episode.
So the kids, I mean, they are kids. They're just supernatural beings. It doesn't take away from them being children. They infiltrate Mystic Falls, and there's it's not a press conference, but we get reintroduced to Matt Donovan, who was in the Vampire Diaries, also made some appearances in the originals, and fun fact, there were some rumors back in the day that he would have his own spinoff.
Oh.
Didn't happen, but I kind of think that he is going to be a huge, huge part of this show, because he probably was promised that and it didn't happen. So Julie Plec is like, no, you're going to be the sheriff, and he isn't who I ended the Vampire Diaries with, or the originals with. I mean, he's a stickler. He's trying to protect his town. I get it. But also, I like him being on the supernatural side.
Yeah.
Let's start, though, with MG. He's having some nightmares. I think he's definitely my favorite male character.
He's
I agree. I like Raphael, though, too, a lot.
Oh, God, you're right.
Sorry, I just had to slide right in there. He's a great character.
I can't decide.
They're both great in different ways.
Yeah. We don't need to decide. But yeah, they're infiltrating Mystic Falls to try to figure out, because Dana, the biatch, who is very similar to Caroline, season 1 of the Vampire Diaries, I will just say that. She has gone missing, and we do see at the end of the episode before, that there was very Damon season 1 of the Vampire Diaries. Like something comes on top of her car, it's very mysterious. There's some vampire thing going on. That's what we think, at least. It's very clear. But yeah, she's missing, and so that's why everyone is teaming up to figure out where she went. And she's also with I keep on forgetting the other girl's name, because they're Sasha. They're expecting us to care about Sasha, but I'm like, who the hell is Sasha?
No, every time she comes up, I'm like, what? And I was like, oh yeah, Dana's friend.
Dana's friend. Hopefully she's gonna be more, I mean, I'm sure she is. She's the lone survivor over there. But we're gonna get into that. But I like that they have the kids. Alaric goes, compel away. Do the stuff I've told you not to do. Really, go do it. We need to figure out what happened to this girl. And what did you guys think about them going into high school? And Alexis, for you, did you get Vampire Diaries vibes at all?
I did. And I honestly like that this episode they were able to go into the high school and get like they're in a hospital. They kind of are in high school. They kind of are in high school. Their school's a little different. So they get a little glimpse of what it is to be in high school, how Landon obviously was bullied, which obviously Lizzie didn't know that because she was like, go talk to people you knew, which no, he doesn't really have any friends. And then the whole scenario with Hope, being approached by the cheerleaders and the little cat ears was just so like, it actually brought me back to Riverdale, which is
Me
really
too. And someone's name was Cheryl. Yes. I was like, this is Riverdale again.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. I have to remember we were watching.
I don't think they're doing it on purpose, but there is something to be said, every year it's like there's certain shows that somehow do the same storyline. There's also a bunch of movies that are made about the same topic and everyone goes, what the hell? But I just think it's, people are on the same wavelength.
Yeah, I really liked that. I was like, oh, Riverdale, yes.
Can we have a Riverdale crossover with Legacies?
I'm here for it.
Cool.
But Archie would be like 30, so whatever.
Oh, that's right, because of the time jump.
I know. I keep on
reminding
myself of the time jump.
But do we even know what time it is in Riverdale? Not to get off topic, but like...
Yeah. Well, I have a whole theory on that. You guys should check out the Riverdale after show, which I am a part of. But, it's weird because... Do you guys think that 10 or so years from now, there's going to be such different, like, technology that if we watched a movie from then that we would be able to be like, oh, this is not our time? Because really, 10 years ago from today, our cell phones are a little different, but it's not like we were, teleporting places. Yeah. But I find it interesting, but it's something that they had to do for the story, and I appreciate it. But yeah, Landon was a sad sucker this episode. He really has no idea what the hell is going on with him. It's like he's getting his period for the first time and he has no idea what's happening.
I can't read him. Hope can't read him.
He can't read him.
He's a mystery.
I mean, you guys I really do think that he has no idea what's going on. It's not a show.
No, I think he's genuinely confused.
Yeah.
I think he is supernatural, though. I think he's somewhere he's not normal because he couldn't be compelled. So I think he fits into this story some way, somehow. But I think he's definitely a supernatural. We just don't know what yet.
Yes, agreed. Lizzie takes charge.
Love her.
And yes, you know what? Last episode, she was great. This episode, I'm like, God damn it, Lizzie. Why don't you just shut up?
I love her so much. I don't even care.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Well, okay. I'm eyeing the chat a little bit, and I mean, people hate her.
But she's like so fun to like hate a little bit. You know what I mean?
Caroline. She is Caroline.
Someone in the last chat referenced her to being just like Caroline, her character.
Even though she just grew in her womb and they don't technically have like genetic ties, but she is. And Josie is oh God, I'm blanking. What was the lyrics? Oh my God. Joe. Wow. Josie's Joe.
Oh, whoa.
Okay, I'm seeing the connection here, Julie Pleck. Thank you. Well, they're going around, they're trying to infiltrate the school, and Hope is being very, very mean to Landon, who has been bullied at the school, shoved in lockers. And then we find out that Dana is quote-unquote alive. I mean, she was able to get up from her dead place that she was at. And we're all thinking, oh, she's been turned into a vampire. I was getting some Vicky Donovan vibes. Vicky. Pardon me. Vicky Donovan vibes, who is actually Matt Donovan, the sheriff. That's his younger sister, and she had a very epic storyline in season 1 of the Vampire Diaries.
Interesting.
In which she was turned, she's running around, I need blood. And she's like, what's wrong with me? I'm hung up. Like, she didn't know what was wrong with her. It's the worst hangover of her life. And so this girl, we're definitely getting those vibes from her. And from what we've seen before, though, I don't feel that bad. Is that bad that I don't feel that bad?
I don't feel, okay, I feel bad. I feel bad at the way they had her die. Like the way her body was just like laid out, and that was just kind of just, but I don't feel bad. She was kind of mean.
She was. I like that they did bring her back for these last couple episodes though, because she was introduced in like the was it lacrosse that they played?
That's
what did they play?
Game.
They played flag football. I can't even remember. But they played some sports game. I'm not athletic, as you can probably tell, but and she was bullying, obviously, Lizzie really badly. They kind of set them up to be rivals. So it was interesting to see her come back. It wasn't just a one-off, which I appreciated.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. And so we're thinking she needs blood because in the Vampire Diaries universe, I'm very familiar with this. If you turn into a vampire, so you have to, be killed with vampire blood in your system, and then you reawake, and then you need to feed on human blood to survive. So all the kids are trying to come together to figure out, should we give her this option? This episode, though, it was so good. And there were so many funny lines, like MG saying that he was a feminist and he believes women should have a choice with their bodies.
My favorite was like, what are we going to tell her? And I forget who said it, but it was like, just tell her it's the worst hickey of her life. It's like, that's a great excuse.
It really was. And I'm really loving your lipstick tonight, Taylor,
Thank you
because
so much.
it kind of reminds me of Dana's guts that just came out of her. It was black.
All right, that was a weird flex, but I'll take it.
I'm just looking at you and I was like, wow, it's beautiful on your lips. But I mean, mine as well could have been poor Dana's like guts.
Got so dark. I love it. Thank you so much.
And this episode did too. And I am so freaking grateful. So trying to figure out what to do with this girl. And then there is also the guy who are like, what the hell is his name? We still can't, we know MG's name.
Caleb?
Yeah, it's Caleb.
Eventually we figured out what his name was.
Yeah.
Eventually.
But he, you know what? He might have not done the deed this time, but he's a bad egg.
Oh, yeah. I'm not a fan of him on the show. No.
See, I don't know. Like, something about him is really interesting to me.
Did he compel you?
Yeah, maybe he did. But I don't know. Like, I feel like maybe there's something deeper there that we'll find out about him.
Oh, yeah.
Well, doesn't everyone have something deeper?
Yeah, but like maybe it explains his behavior and I don't know. I want to think the best in people.
He's kind of a rebel. How he mentioned to MG that, I guess, do you think MG thinks they're drinking human blood in those little bags that's in the, I feel like he doesn't know, because why did he say, look around, you don't see any rabbits?
Rabbits.
Like, why did he say that?
Well,
why did he reference animals?
A Stefan Salvatore reference, I think,
Yeah,
first of all.
Yeah.
But also, so what? So what that they're drinking rabbit
Yeah,
blood?
so why does it matter? So why is he such a rebel against them not drinking human blood?
Well, I guess
understand
it'd be
that.
kind of messed up if you went to school and they go, here's chicken, and you actually find out it's tofu the whole time. But, I mean, that's what it is.
What an analogy.
That's what it is. Well, Dana pukes her guts out, literally.
I love how you're just going to bring this up as many times as possible.
I love it. I mean, she does, and everyone is horrified because they realize this isn't a vampire's work, and they are not that powerful.
Quote unquote, I think she got some of her soul on my shoe.
Also, an amazing line.
So good.
I like that line.
I
That's a
was
good one.
laughing so hard this episode, I thought maybe people were going to come and tell me to be quiet. But before we get on to the rest of puking Dana's guts out, we have also other shows at AfterBuzz we would like to remind you of.
Yes, our network actually produces after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows. From dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more, there is no network that works harder to serve television fans. But we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that is tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't be, because they are completely optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel and check out our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did so in the comments and we will thank you guys on air. But for now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk.
And so, of course, we have Landon meeting his ex-rival Connor, who used to throw him in law. I mean, do kids really do that these days? I swear to God.
I think it's more cyberbullying these days.
Oh, yeah. Social media is
Kids
taking
are-
over.
Kids are like a little bit more stealthy these days, because if they do throw people in lockers, then, they'll get suspended and in a lot of trouble. But he sees him, and he reminds me a lot of Dylan from Teen Wolf. I will say that. We didn't hear him speak, but just his look. And after he sees him, he has a confrontation with him, is ready to just tell him, screw you, dude, for bullying me. And then his face starts falling off, and he brings it to the rest of the team to do some location spelling. And Connor's done for. I mean, you know, I wish we could have seen his bullying so I could feel bad, but I don't.
You don't feel bad for Connor or Landon?
No, I don't. Well, I don't feel bad for. I mean, I wish I just could have seen more of the bullying so I could be more angry. I guess for Landon, be like, oh, what a douche.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, oh, some guy died that we didn't even know.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Grayson Ryan in the comp with live chat said, poor Landon, I think he might be a witch possibly. Remember how the spider monster is supposed to be a curse? So maybe Landon accidentally cursed his bully Connor.
Ooh, that's an interesting theory.
Yeah, I mean, Landon definitely has some powers. And yes, I did mean Jackson from Teen Wolf. I think Dylan is his real name. Just kidding, I'm confused with the actor. But so yeah, he brings his little flesh.
His little flesh.
Here you go. And I can't say the name of, I don't know how to say the name of the spider thing. I wrote it down. Arachne?
Arachnid?
It's like a gross kind of acne that takes over your whole body and makes your face fall off and your guts spill out of your body. Let's just hope that doesn't happen to any of us, okay? But yeah, they figure it out kind of because MG loves comic books. God, I love him.
He's so pure.
So pure.
Does he remind you of someone in the chat in the last live stream said that MG reminds him of a young Marcel from the originals. I was like, I like that.
I like that too. Oh, Taylor, I'm so sorry that you don't know who Marcel is. Just because Marcellus, he was, he's the freaking best. And I really wanted to make an appearance on this show because apparently he's still alive and they better freaking talk about him. That's the only thing with my qualm with this show. I get it. The actors are done. They want to take a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
Cool. Totally understand. But
appearance.
Like, just say where they are, what they're doing, or give a letter, a phone call. Can we just hear their voice? A voice? A video chat? Something. I don't know. So what I loved most about this episode, though, was how Lizzie and Josie and Hope, the star of the show, Lizzie, Josie, and Hope, how they used their power of 3. I'm telling you, I'm going to use some charm magic here to take down the gross-ass spider. They come out, all carried out with, like, spider guts all over them, and I loved it.
That was a bad scene. Like, I like how they just walked all out like, yeah, we just did it. And we worked together
like,
to do it.
Covered in the gross slime, but
I liked it.
They survived it.
Also, I liked how it was them 3, and then like the 3 got Landon, Raphael, and MG, and then them, like, I think they all like gonna be coupled up eventually. That's I was like,
here we go again. I mean, I had the TV chills. If you guys have seen me on my shows before, I have the TV chills, psychic TV chills, which means anytime anyone says anything, including myself, if I get the TV chills, it means it's going to happen.
See, it's going to happen.
It's accurate, like, a scary amount of times, though, to be fair. I've done shows with Sam, and it's pretty on point.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It makes me happy.
Well, I just need to touch on Maddie Blue Eyes. Oh, man. So he is pissed, which any normal person would be. His town has been destroyed by supernatural creatures for a very long time. And this is why he's sheriff. And when all of our other shows ended, we thought we were going to be a good, he was a good, like, medium point. But I get now he's getting angry, as people should, even though we don't like it, that his young children in the town are being killed, murdered. And he threatens Alaric, essentially. Don't you threaten my girls. So there's going to be some, like, tension there.
Oh, yeah. I'm ready for it, though. I think that's a really interesting conflict and, like, sort of at the root of the whole show. You know what I mean? Like, the supernatural versus the not supernatural. So I'm excited to kind of pull those two worlds together because they've been doing it kind of, like, slowly but surely just by, having them have to engage in different activities and stuff.
I like the fact that Matt's actually the cop in this show because he understands all the supernatural stuff. I think that they added that aspect in the show for sure. because he's dealt with all of it. So it's pretty cool that they brought him back to be the cop, and he's able to know, like, when weird things are going on, he knows what's going on.
Yeah, and I mean, shout out to Sheriff Forbes, R.I.P. Sheriff Forbes for Taylor and the other listeners that aren't familiar with the past, my past. Forget my life. I mean, it's this show. Sheriff Forbes is Caroline's mother, and she knew a little bit about what was going on with the founding families and all of that, but Matt has really been in the thick of it, and at the end of the day, if this was our real life, we would want Maddie Blue Eyes on our side.
Yeah.
I will just say that, you know? I mean, I personally would like to be turned into a vampire so I could protect myself. But, you know, if that didn't happen, then Matt would be my
Backup plan.
my next go-to. Next, I want to talk about my favorite part of the episode, Josie and Raphael. What are we going to call them?
Raphael or Rosie. Raphael sounds more shippy.
Okay.
Raphael.
Let us know.
I'm declaring it.
Yeah. So, Raphael.
Raphael.
All right.
Raphael.
Let us know what you guys think in the comments. Raphael, does that work for you? Because it works for me. This entire relationship works for me. When I was rewatching last week's episode and, you know, Lizzie did dibs on him. By the way, I just got to say, those girls in high school, I had a friend always called dibs on the hot guys. And it's just like, you just call dibs on it's not fair.
Yeah.
It's just not fair. So calling dibs on a guy doesn't really mean that he's yours. It just means that you think he's hot first. And Josie is, you know, I said earlier she was bisexual. She's pansexual, people have said. She's sexually fluid, which I love. I think it's an important thing to have these, especially in high school narratives where kids are developing and stuff. And, you know, she has an ex that's a girl. And her and Raphael are going to fall in love.
Yeah.
So cute. I'm here for it.
Yeah. And I think that they're just such a good match. Like out of Lizzie and Josie, like Josie seems like the more sort of matured one, the more like level-headed of the two in some ways. And then when you have Landon and Raphael, I think Raphael also takes on that sort of like more mature role. So I think that they can connect, you know, in that sort of way, just based on like where they play a part in their sibling dynamics.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it. If Lizzie were to be with Raphael, it would be a freaking nightmare. Could you imagine those two? I mean, they would blow the roof off, literally.
Yeah.
And Josie is someone, and she mentioned it too about calming him down, Raphael, and she knew how to do it because she's done it with Lizzie.
I loved that scene.
And she explained a little bit more about the Gemini coven and about their powers and how they're siphoners, which I love. So that, you know, they're able to take powers from other people, and their powers are stronger together, the twins. But her and Raphael are torn up in this web, and so the only way she can siphon is with a kiss.
Sweet kiss.
Oh my god!
More than once too.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I loved it. I loved it so much because this is the best way to really lock these two together, and I think they're going to be a dream team from here on out. I'm sure you guys love this kiss as much as I did.
Sparks were flying.
Yeah, it was really good. Well, and then additionally, he's been bullied by this pack, and you know what? I am not convinced at the end of the episode. Oh, cool, you told us how you killed your girlfriend. No, they're jerks. They're bullies.
I would like it to be true, but it does seem a little bit too easy. Like, if that's all that they wanted from him, like his story, like, I don't know, that just doesn't add up in a sense for me.
Yeah.
And then Ivan Soto in the chat said, I hate that Raphael was bullied into being put into a pack. The Vampire Diaries verse, wolves don't need to be in a pack. This ain't Teen Wolf. Did they have packs in the... I think of... But like, did they have to do like bow down to I think of Twilight when I think of Alpha and like, I don't know. That didn't resonate with me from the Vampire Diaries.
Yeah, it was very Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, no one really needs to bow down to their... And it was like True Blood too, but it really wasn't our universe exactly of this show. So I completely agree with you. And then lastly, of course, we have Landon and Hope. Hope is, you know, she feels sorry for her mistakes, and poor Landon has no idea what he is, who he is, really, quite frankly, where he is. I mean, he just wants to be somewhere with a blanket. Like, I mean, poor kid has been tossed from home to home, and I think he's maybe finally realizing that he wanted to be there, but maybe he's better off on the streets because this place is terrifying.
Yes, agreed. Especially when you don't know your place. Like, you have to be pretty confident and sure about who you are if you don't want to get run over by everyone else.
Yeah, and being thrown into all that supernatural, which is it's not normal. For them, it's normal, but not for him. He's just thrown in there. Yeah.
But, you know, hope this is our kind of ultimate couple, even though I'm way more of a Jaffael fan.
Agreed.
I'm here for it.
But this is who we were introduced to in the beginning, in the episode, in the originals, backdoor pilot. This is them. They're essentially the Elena and Stefan. And, you know, Landon is the Elena, kind of. And
Hope is the Stefan.
yeah, Hope is this. And I like that. I like the role reversal. I
Yeah.
think they definitely did it on purpose. And I very much appreciate that.
Yeah.
And then Dorian, who is also one of those characters that goes, who the heck? Okay, we kind of know who you are, but we don't know why or what. He's the guy at the end.
Okay, because I'm like, wait, yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
And he is another teacher of sorts, or like helps with the school. And Alaric calls him and says, "Oh, you're gonna be fine." And then some other being comes, and I don't think the spider's gone. And this is some like Leatherman, American Horror Story stuff. I don't know. I mean, I don't think he's leather. Actually, I think he's some, you know, crazy, creepy thing. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up this episode. We have some more stuff to talk about, of course. And we just want to thank you guys so much for being in the chat, for following us, for listening to us talk about this, and for loving it as much as we do. Want to remind you guys we're also on iTunes, and please rate, review, subscribe. Same with YouTube. It really, really helps us. And I'm a comment freak. I look all the time.
I do too.
Yeah. So please let us know what you think. We love, love, love hearing from you. Next, we have our special segment of Fiercest Moment of the Week. There were a lot. Ooh. Anthony is on point with this. All right. Let's see. Who would like to go first? Does anyone have any? Alexis?
Okay, I know Fiercest moments. Can I have three? I mean, can I have three people?
Just go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with all three of the girls because that moment of them walking out after they defeated the spider was so fierce, and it was just like, yeah, we did it. Like I just like that whole little setup for that scene, and how everyone was just that was standing outside. The guys were just looking in astonishment, like, wow. So I think that's my fiercest moment for this episode.
I love it.
I am gonna go with MG. I really like the moment where he kind of told Caleb off when he started sort of, you know, get a little testy and kind of like talking about Lizzie and things like that. And I really like the quote, "There are enough monsters around here without us." I was like, ooh, that hit me. I really liked that moment from him.
I'm gonna go with Alaric, Daddy. I mean, you know, Daddy like just wants to protect his kids and his disciples. And Maddie B, I love you, but not as much as I love Alaric. So step down, sir. That's all I have to say. Even though Alaric is human, he will destroy you. So that's what I think.
All right.
I have one thing to mention from the comments as well. Dorian was a former intern that helped Alaric in season 8 to defeat Kate and the Sirens.
Oh my God.
He later became a teacher as well as a librarian of a school. He was called a supernatural. Nicholas Kelly said this in the chat.
Nicholas, you always thank you.
This is like incredible. I just want to say, like, you guys know everything.
I mean, I don't even know everything, and I'm obsessed with this universe. You were so right, because I remember back then I go, why is this Dorian guy so important? I don't know why we're giving him so much screen time. What is his purpose? My mind is blown right now. Thank you so much, Nicholas Kelly. That's freaking amazing. And we have a little bit of news and gossip for you guys next.
Yeah.
Afterbuzz TV News.
So we have some really exciting news. It was announced about a week ago that the CW actually ordered 3 more episodes of Legacies. So we're going to get an extended season, which brings the total up to 16 for season 1, which is really exciting. And just a little fun fact for you guys, because it's in the same Hollywood Reporter article, that Legacies does really well with like their streaming viewing. Like it increases by like 58% among total viewers and 82% among like the target demographic, which is really interesting on like next day viewing and stuff. So people are probably like rewatching, like super passionate.
Or, the kids need to go to sleep early the night before.
But maybe both. Who knows?
And they watch it the next day on their phones when they're in between classes.
Or in classes.
Yeah,
who knows?
In classes. Or they're like us, we just rewatch it. So
exactly.
Thank you guys for watching our show. My show. Thank you, Julie Black. And let's get into some predictions and for next week. Or, I'm sorry, 2 weeks.
And now, your Afterbuzz TV predictions.
Would you like to start us off?
Sure. So my predictions for next week is the little swamp-looking whatever that was in Dorian's window of his hideout place or wherever he was, is definitely going to be a problem. Obviously, that person is after the knife, as all of the monsters or villains are. And then I'm hoping we get to see more of the girls like forming an alliance and, working more together, and then more of Rosie or Jaffael, a little... I want to see more of that. So those are my predictions. I see the girls after this past week working together more, which I want to see that.
Yeah. Well, the problem was really heavily focused on Landon and kind of figuring out sort of more of his background. So I feel like the next episode will be really heavy on sort of getting more background about him. And then there was a little tiny scene, I don't remember if it was the last episode or this one, because we talked about it back to back, but between Alaric and the counselor woman.
Yes.
And so I'm wondering if that's going to come back and like... Does Alaric need counseling? Is this counselor lady gonna like play an integral role later? I don't know, but I thought that was like an interesting scene that we might expand upon later down the road.
Agreed. Alaric definitely needs some counseling. He also, I think, needs to get laid. I mean...
2 in 1?
I felt a love interest between the two of them, maybe. The man has a lot of stress on him. And he's basically running this thing alone, even though he has some people helping him. So I agree. I want Jeremy to come back. And I am thinking that Landon is going to really figure out who he is, what he is. And I think we're going to get some new creatures, some new people, but also get some older people, like from the past seasons, that are going to play into figuring out who he is. And he might be a key or savior to something, and they'll all be like, oh God, we're so sorry we tried to send you away. That was terrible. And Hope is just going to be like, I love you, but I hate you. I don't want to love anyone. I don't want to be connected to anybody. And we also got some things about Hope this week about losing her family, and we got mention of her family. So I want to see her family. Come on, bring us some old people back, guys. We want it, and I know that you guys too. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you, lovely ladies, for talking this crazy, lovely show with me. And please, it's gonna be a couple weeks. I think 2 weeks. Next week is Thanksgiving, so you know what? We need a break. It's fine. Let's give some thanks. Obviously, it's very. I would love to see a Thanksgiving episode though with
oh
with
my
these
gosh,
people.
that'd be amazing.
Yeah, they could fry the spider and eat it.
I'm here for it. Who needs turkey?
Yeah. Right? No one needs turkey. Just let's eat a spider. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in and being in the live chat. On that note, where can everyone find you on social media?
I'm Alexus Mozell. You can find me at Madame Mozell on all social media.
And you guys can find me on Twitter at alphabet_ and on Instagram at Taylor_Gates_.
And you guys can find me, Sam Davidson, at SamD43 on Twitter and Instagram, and Sam Davidson Entertainment. And we will see you in a couple weeks. Bye.
Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.